program you are about to see has been produced to show you how to operate the RGC Platform Hoist safely and efficiently. This program is not meant to replace the instruction manual, but to complement it. The PL250 and PL400 platform hoists have been engineered to provide lifting performance, long-term economics, and safety advantages that no other can match. The program is divided into 4 sections: prior to setup and maintenance, operation, and a brief review. Following these guidelines will ensure many years of useful and profitable operation of the RGC Platform Hoist. Prior to setup. Prior to setting up the platform hoist, there must be a plan of action outlining the work to be accomplished, individual responsibilities, personal protective equipment, and a method of communication. As a minimum, a hard hat, safety glasses, and safety shoes are required for your safety. Use OSHA-compliant fall protection as required by local, state, and federal regulations. Be sure to inspect the area where you will be setting up the platform hoist. Remove all debris that may cause you to trip. Make sure the ground is level and firm where the platform hoist will be sitting. If there are any electrical lines near where the platform hoist will be set up, consult the power company before setting up. People may not be aware of what you are doing. Either rope off the work area or post guards to prevent injury to bystanders. Never climb the track. Use a ladder. There is one final safety requirement, the most important one. The operators and repair personnel of the platform hoist must read and thoroughly understand the platform hoist instruction manual and related equipment manuals, and through training and experience, show knowledge regarding safe operational procedures. Setup and maintenance. Before starting to set up the hoist, inspect the track for any damage that may affect the integrity of the hoist. As other components are assembled, inspect them for damage and also make sure the nuts and bolts are tight. To complete the PL250 platform assembly, fasten the 2 braces between point B on the platform and point C on the main frame with 3/8 by 1 inch bolts and 3/8 nuts. To complete the PL400 platform assembly, position the platform inside the main frame and fasten at point A with the nuts and bolts provided. Fasten the 2 braces between point B on the platform and point C on the main frame with the nuts and bolts provided. The platform stops can be bolted to the end of the platform if required. When mounting the platform assembly on the track, make sure the bottom 16-foot track section with shoes is lying on the ground with the greater cross-tie offset distance facing upward. The platform assembly slides onto the end of the track opposite the track shoes with the wooden bumper facing the shoes. Make sure the wooden bumper is in place and is not split. Check that there is about 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch clearance between the platform assembly retaining bracket and the track. On the PL250 model, make sure all 4 wheels contact the top of the track rail. On the PL400 model, make sure the upper and middle wheels contact the track rail, and with minimal pressure, the lower and middle wheels contact the track rail. After inspecting the platform assembly, slide it down next to the track shoes and tie it to a cross tie to prevent it from moving while raising the track. When assembling the track sections, the sections are joined together with splice plates. The splice plates slide into the inner side of the track rail and are held in place with carriage bolts and nuts. Make sure the sheave is in good condition and can rotate freely. Mount the top bracket onto the top track section by sliding it between the 2 rails and securing it in place with carriage bolts and wing nuts. Before setting up the track, make sure that it will not come near any power lines when being raised or when set up. Also make sure that the track will not be set up over a doorway. The track is now ready to be raised to its operating position. The track is lying perpendicular to the roof. A person braces the track shoes with their feet, while a person on the roof pulls the track up. The person on the ground can walk the track up hand over hand on the cross ties. When the track reaches the vertical position, it is carefully rotated 180 degrees so that the platform faces away from the building. Move the bottom of the track away from the building 1/4 of the supported height. If the track is supported on an overhang, that distance must be added to the amount the bottom is away from the building. Tie the top of the track securely to the roof to prevent it from slipping. Untie the platform assembly at this time to allow it to move freely on the track. Mount the power unit on the 3rd and 5th reinforced cross ties and center it between the track rails. Lock it in place by rotating the clamp to the left until the holes for the lock pin are aligned. Then insert the lock pin to prevent the clamp from loosening. Install the operating levers on the power unit and lock them in place with spring lock pins. The clutch lever with the handle extension is located on the left side and the brake handle is on the right. With a gasoline power unit, check the oil level in the crankcase and reducer with the engine in a level position. After filling the gas tank, make sure the gas cap is tight and the gasoline storage is located at least 10 feet away before starting the engine. If the power unit is the electric model, be sure to use the correct size extension cord. Use a 12-gauge, 2-wire with ground extension cord for lengths up to 50 feet. For longer length extension cords, consult the instruction manual. Before reeving the hoist, inspect the wire rope for signs of wear, pinching, or any other damage. Always wear leather gloves when handling the wire rope. Replace the wire rope immediately if it has any of the following defects. 1. Corrosion. 2. Broken wires occurring in the valley between 2 adjacent strands, or 6 randomly broken wires occurring in one strand as it makes one revolution about the diameter of the wire rope. 3. Flattening or peening, causing more than a 1/3 reduction in diameter of an outside wire. 4. Kinking or other damage causing distortion of the rope structure. 5. Heat damage. 6. Reduction of more than 1/64 of an inch from its original diameter. When reeving the PL250, release the brake and use a tag line to pull the cable to the roof on the underside of the track, through the sheave and down to the platform. Fasten the cable end to the hook on the platform. When reeving the PL400, release the brake and use a tag line to pull the cable to the roof on the underside of the track, through the top sheave and down to the platform, through the sheave and back to the roof on the platform side of the track. Fasten the cable end to the hook on the top bracket. With the platform assembly at its lowest point of travel, make sure there are at least 3 wraps of wire rope on the winch drum, and that the screw securing the dead end of the wire rope to the brake sheave is tight. Track lengths over 28 feet require a track support. The location of the track support varies depending on the track length. The following chart provides the proper location of the track support. Operation. Before each use of the platform hoist, follow the pre-hoisting checklist in the instruction manual. Never operate the platform hoist when the brake rope is wet. To start a cold gasoline engine, move the choke control to the choke or start position and move the throttle to the half throttle position. The choke must be in the run position during normal operation or when starting a warm engine. Before lifting a load, make a few dry runs without a load to test the operation of the controls. Always make sure that the load is tied off and secured before raising it. Never attempt to lift more than the rated capacity of the hoist. 200 pounds for the PL250 hoist and 400 pounds for the PL400 hoist. To raise the load, first increase the throttle, then lift the clutch lever. the longer lever on the left. This automatically tightens the drive belt and releases the brake, permitting the platform to roll up the track. When the platform reaches the top of the track, release the clutch lever. When using the angle roller guide, the load will automatically roll off the platform onto the guide. Do not allow the platform to jam against the top bracket spring stops. It may cause the drive belt to jam in the drum sheave, preventing the lowering of the platform. If the engine or motor fails during operation, release the control levers to prevent the load from falling. When operating the platform hoist, make sure everyone is kept out from under a raised load and never allow anyone to stand in line with the raising or lowering of the platform at either the top or bottom of the track. Avoid sudden stops and shock loads that may cause the load to shift. Keep all body parts away from the moving parts. Never allow anyone to ride on the platform. To lower the platform, slowly lift up on the brake lever, the shorter lever on the right. Decrease the platform speed as it nears the ground. Do not allow the platform to hit the track shoes. Avoid sudden braking when lowering a load. Check the hoist periodically during operation. Wait until after the unit is shut down to make any adjustments. Never attempt to make an adjustment during the operation of the hoist. When finished using the hoist, secure it to prevent unauthorized use. Never assume you will find the equipment in the same condition that you left it in. Review. While all of the instructions we have given you are important, there are some major points that must always be kept in mind. Let's review them one more time. Before setting up, discuss the work plan, personal protective equipment, and individual responsibilities. Ensure OSHA-compliant safety equipment is properly used. Follow the pre-hoisting checklist provided in your RGC Platform Instruction Manual before operating. Ensure the load does not exceed the rated load capacity. Ensure the wire rope and all structural members of the hoist are free of defects and damage. This program is not meant to replace the instruction manual. Read and understand the Platform Hoist Instruction Manual and related manuals before operating the hoist. Finally, follow all the safety recommendations given to you in the Platform Hoist Instruction Manual and related equipment manuals. Your health and that of others around you is more important than any time saved by not following correct procedures. RGC has over a 50-year history of manufacturing quality products. If you have any questions about the operation or maintenance of your platform hoist, refer to the instruction manual or contact your dealer.